If I had grasped this truth about women earlier, I would have avoided nearly every mistake that quietly destroys attraction. You likely would have too, because most men are taught to attract through social reasoning, politeness, visible effort. But female desire doesn't respond to logic. It responds to biology. It responds to competition. It responds to an instant assessment of value. And once biology registers no clever sentence can overturn the decision. David Buss, a professor at the University of Texas and one of the world's leading authorities in evolutionary psychology, uncovered what few men are ever told. Female desire operates on ancient, unconscious mechanisms, ruthlessly selective by design. It isn't cruelty, it's wiring. Across thousands of generations, the female mind evolved to filter empty gestures, sense emotional performance, and prioritize real capability. Capability to protect, to lead, to decide under pressure. Capability to create order inside chaos. When you see seduction through this frame, it stops being guesswork and becomes pattern recognition. The modern man's error is trying to win with conversation when the screening happens beneath language. You offer reassurance, but your body communicates urgency. You give full access, but her instincts register low scarcity. You rush to differentiate yourself and end up proving desperation. Attraction is not about being understood. It's about being recognized as the man who doesn't collapse under testing, who doesn't shift his identity to please, who holds a center. The truth is uncomfortable but freeing. Women don't choose the nicest man. They choose the man whose instinct reads as more capable, more dominant, and harder to replace. Kindness without boundaries becomes submission. Empathy without control becomes weakness. Availability without scarcity becomes need dressed as love. Once you see this, you stop bargaining for validation and start cultivating presence. Attraction is not a vote of compassion. Attraction is an evaluation of aptitude. This inner conflict has followed you for years. You believed that increasing care, effort, and emotional presence would raise your value. You overextended, explaining, romanticizing, staying endlessly accessible. And still, interest faded. You weren't dismissed for lacking feelings. You were dismissed for signals that quietly lowered her perception of your strength, leadership, and rarity. Her mind didn't punish you. It simply followed a biological directive to avoid investing in unstable value. This video exists to give you the correction map. We will realign behavior, posture, and situational strategy with what instinct actually responds to. We'll remove you from the approval stage and place you in inevitability. Presence before words. Access before emotion. Scarcity before promises. When these align, her instinct does what it always has with men who matter. It chooses. It invests. It stays. Burn this sentence into your foundation. Female desire is not romantic. It is biological. Understanding this is the line between remembered men and forgotten ones. The illusion of the good man. The mistake that erases attraction. The error hides behind virtue. A man believes that being supportive, understanding, and available will make him desired. He assumes that giving more earns more love. What he misses is that excessive giving dissolves the tension that creates desire. Kindness without limits isn't virtue, it's need disguised as morality. The good man tries to purchase attraction with affection, while the female instinct devalues what is easily obtained. Desire doesn't follow reward logic. It follows readings of strength, safety, and emotional steadiness. David Buss clarifies this. Across evolution, women selected partners who combined two core traits: resource generation and emotional dominance. Resources aren't just finances. They are the ability to create stability. Emotional dominance isn't aggression. It's regulation. It's the man who knows when to speak, when to withdraw, when to remain still. It's the man whose core doesn't fracture under pressure. When you display submission, her instinct reads reduced protection. The good man becomes familiar, predictable, non-threatening. And non-threatening kills desire. She may find you pleasant. She may trust you. She may even respect you. But she doesn't feel pull. Desire doesn't grow from safety alone. It grows from tension. Tension forms when she senses you don't need but choose, when your gaze doesn't ask but decides, when silence isn't avoidance but grounded presence. A 2011 University of British Columbia study disrupted the friendly smile myth. Women reported higher attraction to men with composed, serious expressions than to constantly smiling ones. The reason is direct. Excessive smiling signals approval-seeking. Neutral expression signals self-sufficiency. Her instinct interprets this as higher genetic value. She doesn't analyze it. She feels it. The calm, centered man with controlled eye contact creates a tension the animated talker never reaches. This is where many fail. They mistake presence for performance. They try to impress with stories, energy, exaggerated gestures. All of it reads as validation-seeking. Instinct detects effort and categorizes it as weakness. She doesn't desire the man trying to be seen. She desires the man who is felt without trying. The correction is simple and unforgiving. Stop chasing approval in small moments. Let silence do the work. Solid posture, measured voice, steady gaze. Kindness with limits and authority. Speak by choice, not nervousness. Show interest by decision, not hunger. The good man who becomes magnetic doesn't lose empathy. He installs boundaries. Boundaries separate respect from pity. She doesn't want constant access. She wants something to earn. She wants unpredictability inside availability. The nice guy is safe, and safety alone is forgettable. Attraction isn't comfort. It's sensing that you're with someone who could leave and chooses not to. Kindness without strength creates indifference. Strength without kindness creates fear. Together, they generate desire. This balance is what turns a man into a reference point. When you grasp this, you stop advertising value and start radiating it. The man who understands biology and self-control isn't invisible, he's dangerous. Controlled danger is what instinct calls attraction. The female instinct to test. Why she challenges you. What men label rejection is often a biological assessment. A woman doesn't test to belittle you. She tests to read you. She's checking whether your projected value holds under pressure. Every provocation, every cold remark, every contradiction is a measurement of your center. It separates reactors from leaders. Thus explained that the female brain evolved to detect false signals of power. Tests are filters. She applies pressure to see if you fracture. If you destabilize, value collapses. If you remain steady, desire locks in. The modern mistake is personalizing tests. Men respond emotionally instead of strategically. They explain, justify, defend, shrinking with every word. Once she sees she can shake your axis, attraction ends. Her desire requires emotional security and perceived dominance. The man who explains places himself beneath. The man who observes stays above. She isn't trying to defeat you. She wants proof that you remain unchanged. Calmness passes the filter. You don't win by passing every test. You win when no test alters you. Research from Florida State University showed that during fertile phases, women reported stronger attraction to men who maintained relaxed posture and neutral expressions under stress. Their bodies responded to emotional control, not verbal warmth. Calm reads as power. Power reads as safety. The correct response to testing is composed silence. A subtle smile and steady eye contact outweigh explanations. Never defend. Never chase perception in the moment. Treat the test as a stage where you demonstrate independence from emotional turbulence. Each calm response reinforces one message: I lead. The man who understands test stops reacting and starts directing. The man who commands silence becomes a reference. The man who doesn't bend under pressure awakens desire that defies explanation. True masculine power isn't loud. It doesn't need to respond to be understood. The true male value, what sustains desire. The quiet confusion is mistaking arrogance for power. Real dominance is self-mastery. The masculinity that attracts isn't control over others, it's internal order. Women don't desire aggression. They desire restrained capability, the man who could be dangerous but chooses discipline. Thus showed that female attraction keys on competence and independence. Not promises, proof. The desired man doesn't need her to feel whole, yet chooses her. Need repels. Completeness attracts. She doesn't want to be your world. She wants to enter a world already moving. Purpose, rhythm, boundaries, these grow desire. Excess availability kills it. Her instinct seeks stimulation, not comfort. Harvard research in 2022 confirmed that men with clear purpose and emotional autonomy are rated more attractive and trustworthy. Independence signals choice power. Choice power defines value. The man with options is valuable. The man with one direction is replaceable. The path isn't lines, it's alignment. Define your life before seeking approval. Maintain pursuits, projects, independent circles. When your life outweighs your desire, attraction reverses. The man chasing desire weakens. The man evolving becomes inevitable. Control your purpose, and attraction follows. She admires what you represent. Not perfection, reference. When your life continues with or without her, desire matures into respect. Respect is instinct's quiet name for admiration. What I wish I had known earlier. Women seek value before love. Love follows recognition of strength, leadership, growth. This has always been true. Instinct chooses first. Instinct responds to calm, presence, power. Buss demonstrated that sexual selection is adaptation. A wrong choice once meant survival loss. That's why instinct filters so harshly. The too good man comforts. The centered man imprints. You don't lose women to better looks. You lose to men who understand the rules. They don't chase. They signal. Posture. Pace. Gaze. Silence. Attraction isn't logical. It's gravitational. Understanding this frees you from approval seeking and places you at the center of emotional gravity. Power isn't knowing what to say. It's knowing how desire works. Before you leave, consider this. How many times did you lose not from rejection, but from signaling misunderstanding? The difference between forgotten and desired isn't appearance, it's awareness.